And this segment is brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sports booking app. Not only is it safe, but Deke, it is secure and reliable. And for all the first-time users out there, what do we have for the first-time users?
We have a little promo code.
A little promo. Who doesn't like? I mean, I know the holidays are over, but we're still in the give-in mood. And DraftKings are as well. So if you use the promo code MOATS for all the first-time users out there, you will receive up to $1,000 in deposit bonus money. So stop wasting time. Keep watching the video, but download the app, use the promo code, and get an opportunity to make some money. Some people, man, they get to throwing hands when they have a little disagreement with people on their sideline. Well, we'll get into that later.
Is that a question? It's got to be, right? I didn't think anything of it, but all right, we'll wait.
Yeah. I mean, it's a question, but it's not a question.
Okay.
But I mean, we can start with that.
Sure.
Who you think won? Carlos Davis or Isaiah Bugs?
I can't even remember it because it was so much of an afterthought, to be honest with you. I don't know who punched who, to be honest with you. I can't remember.
So the way it started, they both had a conversation on the sideline. Isaiah Bugs and Carlos Davis, quick little conversation. Then from there, you get a 4-piece by Carlos Davis to Isaiah Bugs. Just bop, 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 right on the spot. And then Bugs is kind of like, all right, takes a deep breath, looks back to the field. But yeah, it was definitely talked about. Even doing my Steelers show, we had to talk about it a couple of times as well.
Really?
Yeah, it was a big deal.
That's what I mean. I haven't even thought much of it. You see it one time, and I'm just like, all right, it's over. It's it's football. It's what happens in the heat of the moment. I really didn't think much of it.
That's how I took it as well, man. The biggest thing was Davis crossing the line, putting his hands on him. You can argue, you can push, you don't punch me in the face. Period. No, seriously. Like it was that simple. I mean,
I would have never thought that based off the interview too that we had.
I know, right? He seemed so like just mild tempered, like wow. And then the verse, I said, shout out to Bugs. I didn't think Bugs was the type that like, okay, I'm gonna take the higher road, turn the other cheek. Like I didn't expect that from Bugs. I thought
Tomlin was right there.
True, but still, I don't. Man, who cares? Who cares? What? Come on now. You put the hands on me? Nah, I don't care. Give me my mama there. I don't care. I don't care. That's why I said shout out to Bugs though for that, man. Like that showed great discipline and just great maturity. And honestly, like you said, that does happen in terms of when you think about football players, they're wired for what? Physical confrontation. They're wired to express themselves physically, hand to hand, combat. That's what we do, right? So we're wired a little bit differently. We don't react the same as most people react. So that's why a part of me was like, I understand Davis reacting like that because I've reacted like that at times. And everybody knows me. I'm the nice guy, right? I don't get into trouble. I've had altercations with players and coaches at the NFL level, just like that. No exaggeration. So it happens, but you have to handle it better in terms of you can't.
You just didn't throw the hands.
That was pretty much it.
Really?
I was trying to. The difference was Davis wasn't held back. I was restrained. Otherwise, yes, well, the punch would have been thrown without a doubt.
You ever see Jalen Rose on ESPN? Maybe this is the difference between NFL and NBA, where he says with the NBA guys, whenever they're in an altercation, they almost hold themselves back.
For us, it's different. Like for us, when we say we want you, like we really want you. So. It's totally different in terms of you
like
don't,
NBA. You're almost waiting. Like where's everyone at?
Somebody help me. It's like no. If you better be proactive. You better. What's the Kyler Murray commercial? I'm working on my anticipation. If it's about to go down, you better get your anticipation up because they're not going to wait. As we saw with Davis, you said Coach Tomlin's right there. Okay, when he's ready to go, he's gonna take off. That's what you do. But the thing is, you have to handle it differently because the reason I say that is this. Number one, it's a lack of respect when you put your hands on another a teammate, especially. In that standpoint, I mean, if you pushing him in his chest, cool, but not punching him in the face. I don't care he has a helmet on. It does not matter. You do not do that, period. Because as easy as Bugs turned the other cheek, Bugs could easily went the Myles Garrett approach as well last year, right? Remember we said with Myles and that, with Myles and Mason, what did we say happened? We said Mason initially reached for his helmet, right? Mm-hmm. And from there, we thought, oh, okay, well, that's the extent of it. We didn't know that Myles was going to take it a whole nother level and grab his helmet and beat him with it, right? So just because we might think that, oh, that was enough of a reaction, it's okay. Yeah. At worst, you might just punch me back. Now, if Bugs would have said, okay, I'm going to take your helmet, Carlos Davis, and start hitting you in your face with it, we would all be singing a different tune right now. So the significance is in the important lesson for everyone that's listening is keep your hands to yourself because I'm dead serious because you don't know how somebody's going to react. In the heat of the moment, you do not know. And that's a life lesson, man. Like it's like I said, we're laughing at it. We're able to correct it in a lighthearted manner, but that could have easily went a different direction. And don't act as if because they boys or their teammates that type of stuff doesn't happen amongst them, because it does. I've seen some of the most brutal beatings happen between two best buddies. Like it happens. You just never know when you put your hands on somebody. So just think about that. And the other part is the financial ramifications. Coach Simon's probably going to tap his pockets because of that. That's kind of detrimental. It makes the team look bad from just an overall discipline standpoint. And like I said, it could have gotten way more out of hand. So if you're Coach Simon, you're more than likely going to discipline him. It probably won't even be public, but you come in that meeting on wins, it's going to be, hey, all right, guys, welcome to the meeting, da-da-da-da-da. All right, got fines. All right, Davis, hit you over the head. Bing, keep your hands to yourself. Keep on, we're going to move on. And like, it'll be like that. But for him, he's going to learn the financial ramifications of his actions as well, which is important. Just like I said, not even for football, but just life in general, man. So yeah. But I was very much impressed with Bugs though, man. Holy cow.
Yeah, like I said, I really didn't even think of it. Yeah, I did not know that would be a hot topic or anything.
Yeah, I mean, I think if it was Claypool punching Juju in the face, would it be a hot topic?
That would be, I guess.
Okay, so just keep the same energy, right?
I guess so. But I don't know. Maybe it'd be a hot topic. I still
AB
think
throwing the Gatorades over was a hot topic.
Let me put it this way.
What are we talking about here,
dude,
man?
But I will say this. We weren't on the mics or anything. We weren't doing a podcast at the time. I just really never thought anything of that stuff.
I remember,
me personally. This is me personally. I never thought anything of AB throwing coolers. And if it was Juju and Claypool, like arguing, disagreeing, maybe throwing a punch, I wouldn't.
Not a punch. Multiple punches. It was multiple punches.
I just know, dude. You know this. You even mentioned this. You're hardwired to like just being in that type of mindset for a game. Like I think things you just move on right after the game's over. That's my opinion though. Like I said, I didn't think much
I'm with you on that. Like I definitely feel like those two dudes will squash it, whether it's from them or it's initiated by a Cam Hayward or Mike Tomlin type. But as a whole, you cannot do that. You can't get. I mean, because like I said, AB throwing the cooler over in the moment, people. I mean, it was still a big deal. We had to answer questions for it all week about it. Oh man, it's him and Haley having beef like that. Him and Big Ben beefing like that. Heat of the moment, that type of stuff happens. Claypool and Juju get in an argument. That happens. But neither of those scenarios included a person punching another person. That's the biggest difference. When you do that, that's where it crosses that line. And that doesn't matter if you're in practice. It doesn't matter if you're in a game. The punches get thrown. It's a different level. That's the whole thing.
Sure. Maybe is it the helmet that kind of filters it a little bit? It doesn't look as bad because if they didn't have helmets on and he's able to get a clean shot, that'd be a whole different story. Yeah.
For me, man, and this is the other thing for me. I feel like that approach is more so we would have to react to how everything looked after the fact, right? Oh, his face is bleeding. Now we want to react to it. Now we want to act.
Or even if it was just a clean shot.
But for me, it's more so the action itself, because and this is why I have my biggest complaints when we talk about some of the roughing the passer stuff, right? Or some of these hits on defenseless receivers. If the guy gets up, they're not throwing the flag. They throw the flag because they see the body on the ground and now they're reacting to the body, not the actual play. We talked about the Mason hit last year with Earl Thomas. We said, man, we've seen quarterbacks get hit like that. The difference was when he was out cold.
Yeah, you got him with the face mask off.
Everybody
walking.
Like that changed the whole perspective of it. So you flag the reaction, not the actual action itself. So that's why for me, I didn't care if the helmet was on or not, because that's the case. Then as long as there's no blood, we're not going to act like nothing happened. And either way, it was still a bad move on Davis' part. And Dave, like you said, Davis sounded like a good guy on the interview, man. Who would have thought, man, two guys we interview up here beating each other up.
Yeah, I think both points are fair. It's like not really a big deal going forward at all. But just not the best look.
Correct. Absolutely.
I think that's probably the best way to put it.
Absolutely.